Hey all, thought I'd give you a quick review on the electric cig. For those of you that are quitting smoking or basically trying to find a cheaper alternative, I found there's certain ways and means with it that can sometimes make it awkward, but for the rest of the time it seems okay. Basically, this is my model. Get it from a local shop, get me oils from all over. Um, At first, it takes a while to get used to. I've found that if you've been smoking for a long time, like I've only been smoking since I was 18, so it's not as bad for me as I think it is for some others. Um, but when you first use it, you get a choking sensation, a bit like the first time you have a cigarette. Um, but then once you start using it more often, ooh, I can point. Once you start using it more often, it becomes a lot smoother. And say if you use it for 2 days on the trot and not have a real cig at all, if you do end up breaking and have a real cig, that cig tastes disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. You can tell the difference, and it's you get your nicotine fix when you find your strength that you want, and you get to the point where you're like, do I really want an actual one? And 9 times out of 10, the answer's no. Um, what I mentioned with the if you've been smoking for longer, it's harder to turn because it's something about how your throat takes the vapor. Um, Basically, I think it's the longer you've smoked, um, it's more difficult. You want the real cigs more. You want the tobacco or the if it's pre-rolled, you want that sensation more than this. And the vapor, with it being it's like a lighter steam. Um, it's harder for you to process. But again, I reckon that once you've tried a couple of times, you should be okay. But I think it does depend on the individual. For me, 22 now, smoking since I was 18. Basically, when I turned 22 is when I started actually on this properly. 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. So it's about 4 years smoking and never smoked that much. Because that can also impact it as well. I was only ever about maximum 15 cigs a day. Um, you get to your point where you're like, right, fair dues, but I think if you've smoked more in the same kind of length of time, or if you've been smoking for a longer length of time, it is harder, but I think it would be worth it if you did manage to convert. Um, oh, I had another thing to tell you guys as well, but I forgot what it was. It is cheaper in the long run. You need to keep an eye on your batteries and your coils. And make sure you get your maintenance up, because as long as you keep it clean and you stop the burn going in, it'll last longer. Um, Now, when I was 21, I did try that year to convert, and it worked and it didn't work. There was a lot of stopping and starting and swapping between the two. Um, but now I'm pretty much just on this exclusively, and I'm feeling a lot better. I feel like I can breathe better, and my taste buds are starting to come back, and my sense of smell is starting to get a lot better again as well. So I think it is worth it, and yeah, give it a try if you're trying to quit. I mean, I've not tried nicotine patches or anything like that myself. I tried the spray once, and ooh, that was unpleasant for me personally. And I find it's a lot better, and the flavours you can get in it as well. You get a nicotine fix while tasting. I mean, I'm currently using blackcurrant, which is great. So yeah, that's the lowdown on the electric cig so far. I'll keep you updated on progress, I suppose, and how well I'm going. I might have the odd one every now and again in a week at the minute, real cig that is, but for the most part I'm just on the electric cig, so it's going quite well, and I find it a really good way to kind of quit real cigs, and because you can get them in different strengths as well. If you wanted to phase out nicotine altogether, you can currently you could lower how much. Oh God, you can lower how much you're using as you go by. I mean, at the minute I'm on 18 strength or 1.8. I'm not sure how it works entirely, but I know I could knock it down to 12/1.2, and I could keep going like that if I really wanted to. That'll be for a later date, I think. But yeah, and you can also get no strength ones, which are basically just the flavour. So you've still got something to do with your hands and your mouth, um, but it's not actual nicotine in there. So yeah, I think they're pretty beneficial. So that's all for now.